Hello and welcome to another episode of Nothing Definitive. I'm Sam Carlson, and today I want to talk about diet and exercise. Thomas Jefferson once said, "A strong body makes the mind strong." Um, of course, that goes on, and he talks about how like people should be hunters or something. But anyway, it's kind of a weird quote. But a strong body makes the mind strong. That's totally accurate, and it's amazing. Right now in America, we have an epidemic of unhealthiness and laziness and obesity, and it's really bad. We're basically, if you're a healthy person and you have people in your family or your close friends or something and they're overweight, I mean, you're literally watching someone you care about eat themselves to death because it's super unhealthy. I mean, you can argue that we're all dying all the time, but we're not, most of us, or people who are healthy are not actively killing themselves. They're trying to keep themselves alive for as long as possible. And I mean, I'm sure we've all heard that statistic or whatever where they said like the generation that I'm in and the generations around it or something are the first generations that might not live as long as their parents lived for like the first time ever, and that's not a good thing. And the reason I want to talk about diet and exercise is because, first of all, dieting and exercise is not just about losing weight. Diet and exercise is about enlightenment, and it's about personal growth. It's about improving who you are as a person. If you're getting into exercise simply because you look at yourself and go, man, I need to lose some weight, or man, I've been eating so unhealthy, I need to exercise and burn off some calories, lose some weight, clean out my arteries or something like that. You're doing it for the wrong reasons. Even if you reach your target goal of like losing the weight and then you quit, you still failed. You didn't get the point of diet and exercise. Diet and exercise is about building willpower, and it's about reaching this really nice synergy between your body and your mind and kind of becoming like this unit, you know? I mean, your body is this amazing tool that has been given to you to transport around your weird monkey brain. I mean, if you wreck that, you're who knows the damage that you're also doing to your mind. I mean, just because you think like, well, I'm overweight, but I'm still smart. Maybe you'd be a lot smarter. Maybe you'd be more energetic, more motivated, more productive, more everything if you were also in shape and ate healthy. And so so it's important. Basically, that's what I'm getting at. So the first step is diet, because if you don't change your diet, exercise is like pointless. I mean, exercise is good, but it's like pointless if you exercise and then you just go and eat fast food and drink soda and eat terrible, basically. So with diet, there's, I guess, two things that I would recommend. The two big things: don't consume high fructose corn syrup, and and drink water. That's the two that I would recommend the most. If you eliminate high fructose corn syrup, that will eliminate like 90% of all the food that's at a grocery store. And that's great. That might sound bad because you're like, well, what the fuck am I supposed to eat now? You're not supposed to eat any of that. All that food that's on the shelves at grocery stores is like not food. It's like processed poison that you can consume, but it's killing you. Don't look at it as food. And when you actually adopt that view and you start to research into food and like how most of the stuff that we eat is terrible for us, you start to realize, you know, why am I eating this? This is not a good thing. Who said this was ever a good thing? Like if you went and went back in time and said, hey, rational person, in the future you're going to be eating chemicals, and these chemicals are going to like damage your body and change. Like everything you consume changes like your chemistry in your body, which affects your mind. I mean, there's been people online who've said like by simply removing or adding certain foods into their diet, they felt happier, they felt like more energetic, all kinds of things like that. Everything you eat is like altering who you are. Don't just think that I'm consuming this abstract concept of food that like it's just sustaining me, it's nutrition. No, no, no. It's you're consuming a chemical, and that chemical is going to react with your body. So avoid high fructose corn syrup because it's terrible for you, and drink lots and lots of water. Also, I'd recommend reducing meats. We eat like way too much meat in the United States. Eat way more vegetables. Eat some fruit, although I've heard arguments against eating too much fruit because fruit has lots of sugar, and then your body just consumes the sugary part. Eat grains, although I've heard stuff against grains. I think honestly you can eat meat, you can eat grains, you can eat fruit. Just have kind of moderation. Don't eat lots of meat. I don't even think we're not even like carnivores. I don't know why people think that. People like argue like we're omnivores, we can eat meat. Well, we can eat meat. But like I don't think we're really supposed to, or we're not supposed to eat that much. We're supposed to like eat like vegetables and nuts. We're like monkeys, So eat vegetables, eat nuts, eat like natural things like that. Eat fruit, that's fine. Eat some grains, that's great. You can also eat fat. I would actually recommend you go in the fridge right now and eat an entire stick of butter rather than drinking a soda. Like, seriously, I think high fructose corn syrup is really that bad. And even if it's not as bad as like some people think, that I think, who cares? Because if you eliminate it, if you really try to eliminate it, you're going to be eating so insanely healthy compared to how you currently are eating that it doesn't even matter. But anyway, before I said research, that's the other thing. Don't just believe me. You should never just believe someone. Like, I could totally be lying to you. I'm not, or I don't think I am. I want to try and help you, but you should also research what I say. Look it up. Watch some. You can watch lectures on YouTube. You don't have to just watch like funny pranks that people do or like fat people falling down and stuff like that. Watch like lectures. You can learn so much from YouTube. You don't even need TV. You don't even need Netflix. If you can get into the groove of like educating yourself all the time, you can literally like entertain yourself by just watching like lots and lots of lectures and stuff. It's pretty fascinating. But if that's fine, you don't have to get to that point. Whatever. Just avoid processed foods. Avoid high fructose corn syrup. Never drink soda. There's like no redeeming value to it. Never drink it. Period. Milk, like dairy products, personally, I don't care too much. There is something called, like, I was watching this one video and this guy was talking about how there's a somatic cell count in all of milk or something. Like 30 or 40% of dairy cows have udder infections, and because of that, like, there's like 300,000 to a million somatic cells in all the milk that you drink, and that's basically just pus. So like every time you drink milk, you're drinking like a percentage of it that's just pus or whatever. But it's not going to hurt you or anything like that. So you can also, like, if you don't want to drink milk, you can drink almond milk, soy milk, hemp milk, and stuff like that. I went because it was on sale. I tried almond milk and soy milk. It was actually pretty good. It's different. If you go into it thinking like, I hope this tastes like milk or something, you're going to be disappointed. But if you can approach it as like a milk juice or something like that, because I think in Europe it's like they have to call it juice because it's technically not milk. But whatever. You can try it, see what you think. I really don't care too much about dairy. We're probably not supposed to consume that much of it because I don't think that's like natural, how evolution intended. But you can do research on that and decide for yourself. Never eat fast food ever. I mean, there's like no point in eating fast food. I'm kind of a hypocrite there because I eat Taco Bell and stuff like that. I try and avoid like McDonald's. I think McDonald's is like terrible. That's just like pure fat. But basically try and avoid fast food. And if you can't avoid it, like you have a job where you need to like eat fast food because it's quick and you just need to get it and get going, or you can't, whatever. Don't get soda. That would be the one thing. Like eat the food, but don't get soda. At least cut that out, because that's literally like, there's like nothing good that can come from that. Okay, so diet, you can get that under control. Drink lots of water. If you feel hungry, try drinking water instead, and drink lots of it. Drink like 30, 40 ounces a day or whatever. Like, constantly be drinking it all day. It will reduce your appetite. It'll like flush out your system. You'll feel so much better. When you're really like when you've drank a lot of water every day, day after day, I think it really makes you feel a lot better. You can also eventually add like supplements like vitamins and things like that. There's lots of arguments about that. Again, go and educate yourself about it. See what you think. Personally, I take them just because I can afford it and it might help. I like taking stuff like nootropics too. You can look into that. That's like mind enhancing supplements and stuff. Again, there might not be anything in it, but I also subscribe to the idea that like people can, even if you're aware that, oh, what is it called? Like not self-fulfilling prophecy, but the placebo effect. Like even if you're aware of the placebo effect, a lot of times it still seems to work anyway. So it doesn't even matter. Like if you take vitamins and you think it's helping you, the placebo effect might actually just help you anyway. It's kind of weird. Like, I don't know. But again, research it, see what you think. It helps. Exercise. Exercise is really, really hard. I know it is. I totally feel you. There have been like dozens and dozens of times when I've started exercising in my life and failed. I exercised for a month, failed. Exercised for 3 months, failed. Over and over again. And you know, a lot of times it was because like when I was like a lot of the failures happened in college. That's like when I really started to care about working out. But because of my schedule was so erratic every semester, because I had to, not only did I have class, but I had projects and all in speeches, and I had to be on campus sometimes. It was so back and forth all the time. I never had a routine. And so I would start exercising, and then I couldn't stick to it because I'd get interrupted, and then I wouldn't want to do it because I'd be tired. That's fine. That just happens. It's really tough when your schedule's not routine. But if your schedule is routine, or you have the willpower of a god, go and exercise. You will feel so good after exercising. It's insane. The first 2 weeks, if you haven't exercised in a long time or ever, the first 2 weeks are going to be really rough. That's when, if there is a moment in your life, and I think this happens probably to everyone, and it happens here and there will be a time or a time period in your life where all of a sudden, this might happen many times a year even, where you suddenly feel very motivated. You're like energetic, and you feel like I need to be productive. I could do anything right now. If you ever get that feeling, go and start exercising. Take advantage of that and do it for 2 weeks. No matter how you feel, no matter what, stick to it for 2 weeks. Promise you. If you can get over like the first 2 weeks, it starts to get easier right away. And if you continue this process, it gets easier and easier and easier, especially if you can put it into a routine. If you can exercise like at the same time every day, and take note of that, same time every day, not sometimes in the morning, sometimes in the evening, same time. Establish a routine. It will become virtually effortless for you to get up, say in the morning, and work out because you've been doing it month after month. Literally will not like cost you any willpower. You'll just get up, you'll do it because that is the routine. And the awesome thing about that is that not only will your body feel a lot better, you'll be more energetic, but your mind will be sharper. You'll get done working out and you'll feel energized. You'll be able to like do work better than you've ever done before. Sometimes like I've gotten back like the best time to blog or something, like if you have a really good idea that you want to write about or something, do it right after you exercise. Right after a good breakfast, exercise, then do some blogging, drink some water, and all of a sudden the ideas just start flowing, and you just get this amazing like rush of ideas, and it's great. It's amazing. And if you continue along that path, it doesn't end right. It doesn't end there. You'll eventually, like when I get done working out, I feel like empowered. I feel like a demigod or something. Like I'm just like, whoa, I'm so like good to go, you know. And that's an amazing feeling. You feel so happy and everything. It's just great. If you keep going with that, eventually, like one thing I noticed after about 6 months of consistently working out, there was just suddenly one day I realized it. I realized that if I don't work out, that's like that's no longer the standard. Like before, if I didn't work out, I felt better a little bit, like immediate, like I had a immediate reward of like, yeah, I'm not gonna work out today because I feel like lazy right now, and that feels good. You know, I'm just gonna relax. Now, if I don't work out, I actually feel worse than if I did work out. It's like flip-flopped, and it's really cool because now it's just like I want to go work out because if I don't, I actually feel worse if I don't, and and you set that as like the new standard in your life. It's really cool. It's really hard to get there, and I really feel for you. Like if you've failed over and over, or you haven't tried, or you've only tried once or something, like it's totally normal. Don't be super hard on yourself. Okay? It's tough. So keep trying. I promise you, if you start to have a good diet and you start to exercise, you're gonna feel so much better about life. And if you want to take it a step further, the next steps I would tell you to take are meditation and yoga. That will even propel it to a whole new level. Meditation is unreal. I'm going to have a video about it soon, maybe even after this. Meditation is like the secret to life, honestly. Like, if you can figure it out, it's kind of an abstract deal and you need to discipline yourself and do it for more than like 5 minutes. If you can do it for 15, 30, 45 minutes, and you do it all the time, and you not only like closing your eyes and clearing your thoughts meditation, but just like meditate while you're working out, which may sound counterintuitive, but you can get into this trance while you're working out where you're just thinking about who am I, asking yourself some deep questions about who you are, your actions. How do I treat people? How do they treat me? What can I learn from how people treat me? Maybe that reveals a secret about my behavior or something like that. That's all tied into this synergy, this enlightenment about your personal growth. So definitely do meditation, and yoga feels great. Yoga is just like when you do it for the first time, you're gonna be like, holy crap, I'm out of shape. I can't even like bend in certain ways and stuff, and I have no balance. You're gonna realize just how dire the situation is, and yoga can be a great motivator for like just working out because of that realization, like, wow, I can't even touch my toes, or I can't even like bend to the side because it hurts. So definitely try yoga. You'll feel a lot better when you're done. I like doing it every morning as kind of like a morning routine. It's pretty sweet. So yes, that is it. Diet and exercise, yoga and meditation. It is part of personal growth, part of enlightenment, and I think it's paramount to implement it in your life at some point. So good luck. Power to you.